Hola amigos, buenos dias Mazatlan. Teddy here, coming to you from my favorite beach in the Mazatlan area. And I had several comments and actually several emails suggesting that I do one of my walks along each of the beaches that we have here in Mazatlan. Mazatlan has a number of great beaches. As I said, this is my favorite because it's 2 blocks from my house, but I think it is one of the prettiest and most relaxing, and it's the one that I frequent certainly the most. As you can see off where I'm pointing to right now, you'll see one of the Tres Islas, or one of the 3 islands. This one is Bird Island, or Isla de Pájaros. And I'm standing right now. I'm going to pan to the right a little bit, and I'm going to show you this piece of land, which is Punto de Sabalo, or Sabalo Point. And as we pan around to the right, if you look just up this little incline here, it's hard to see, but this is where the El Cid Marina Beach Hotel is. If you go just on the other side of this hill is the channel into the marina. So the beach I'm standing on is Playa Luna Bonita. Playa Luna Bonita. And you'll probably see it by a couple different names, but it's Playa Luna Bonita on one of the signs coming in, and it is right next to a resort called Pueblo Bonito Resort. And it's about I would say you maybe have a quarter mile to a half a mile of beach, about a quarter of a mile or so down to the jetty, and then there's a walkway around the jetty we'll get to, and it takes you on another stretch of the beach by a resort called the Luna Palace. But the neat thing about this, besides being convenient for me and a pretty beach and relaxing and a great place to come walk, is the waves are not wild, but they have good waves, so it's a good place for surfing. It's a good place for swimming. You'll see a lot of paddleboarders out. You'll even see swimmers making the swim across to Isla Pájaros. And you will see kayakers. When things get going, a little bit later in the morning, you will see vendors on the beach, particularly this time of year, because we have all the snowbirds here and it is tourist season basically. But you will see all the vendors on the beach. You will see folks renting jet skis, renting surfboards. You will see the parasailing. All of that stuff is available here. So I thought we would take a walk down this beach and just present to you the glory that is Playa Luna Bonita. As you might guess, it's very early in the morning, as I wanted to get as much of the beach in as I could without too many crowds and without interrupting too many people's day. So let's start. We're starting from Punto de Sabalo, kind of this little crescent beach setting. As we walk, actually headed kind of south at this point, you will see off to the left, you'll see somebody. This guy's been here now since this past summer, and he set up a tent here, and he's living here as far as I can tell. It's probably not legal, but he does keep the tent up. He rents like beach chairs and stuff like that. Again, likely not a legal setup, but they haven't made him leave. So who knows? Just up here, you will see there's a large parking area. This is where people can come and park to come down to the beach. It will get busy later on as the families come in, park, and come down to the beach. I'm not sure what they charge because I don't drive in, but I'm sure there's probably a nominal fee to park. I do know they have special events in there from time to time. There was a truck rally in there this past summer that I did not go to, but I was here and I was able to kind of walk through a little bit. Across the street is my favorite pizzeria, La Sagrada, and as we approach Pueblo Bonita, you will see the resort. It's a nice resort. I believe it's one of the deals that's all inclusive. I have to admit this, that I will sometimes go there and walk up by the pool and sit down and watch the sunset. So far they haven't made me leave. I'm pretty mellow when I'm up there, so I don't think they have a problem with it. I wouldn't suggest that you come out here and just start jumping in the pool. Oh, I see that we've got some of the folks renting surfboards are already showing up. It's early in the morning. It's what, about 7:20, 7:30, something like that. The sun's not even totally up yet. You still see a little bit of the marine layer. But look at it. Nice glassy waves. I think for you surfers out there, it's probably a good place to learn how to surf because it's generally, reasonably calm. The waves, may get up to, 2 to 3 feet, maybe, sometimes a little bigger, but not generally huge, but, very, very comfortable for learning. Let's see. People out in the morning for their morning walks. I want to talk for a minute too. One of the things I do about 3 to 4 times a week is I come down here for my morning walk and I bring my trash bag and I'll pick up trash that people leave on the beach. And folks, that's one of my pet peeves about Mexico, but it applies other places too, not only in Mexico, is people create trash. So I want to tell all of you and just remind you all that, when you come to the beach or wherever you're going, to the park or whatever, and you're going to bring in snacks, you're going to end up with trash. Always have a trash bag with you. Put your trash into the bag. For my Mexican friends, your basura, put it in a trash bag and dump it in one of the trash barrels as you leave the beach. They have numerous trash barrels there, so it's not difficult. In the States, in the mountains particularly, we say if you pack it in, pack it out. Don't leave it. Don't leave the trash. Again, the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so now we're getting down to Pueblo Bonita. Again, the restaurant right here on the beach, the palapas. When I come down, I don't usually take up the palapas because that might get That might get me noticed. But I'll go up and sit up on the wall, or, you know, sit up on one of the chairs that if it's vacant. As far as I can tell, you can't just go there and buy a drink. I think you have to be a guest. I think it's all, you get a wristband or something like that. A lot of those places. I did ask them this past summer. I sent an email to find out if they do like daily passes. They told me no at that point, but I'm gonna check back with them, because some of the hotels, particularly in the off seasons, will do day passes so that you can come and pay a fee. You can use the pool, and part of that fee can apply to food and beverage, so you can, you know, grab a beer or grab a snack. So I'll check it out, but the last word I got was no, they don't do that. Anyway, there's Bird Island again. From what I understand, Bird Island has something like over 400 species of birds. There are 20 migratory species that come in October through March. When we get up to the jetty, we'll be able to see another island, the one in the middle. Bird Island is the northernmost, right here by Punto de Sabalo. Here's the jetty, and of course we're back around to the Pueblo Bonito. But the middle island that we're going to see is the largest of the three, and it's called Isla de Venados, or Deer Island. It's the largest. It's an ecological reserve, and you will find many types of animals there: squirrels, deer, obviously, and others. It does have a nice beach area where you can go and you know, walk along the beach. It's kind of quiet, and they say a lot of marine life, you know, around the island, Isla de Venado. But from what I gather in talking to people who are divers or what have you, who'd like to go and scuba, that's not a huge thing here, I guess. The water is not, it's not like being on the like in the Yucatan or in the Caribbean. It's not clear like that. So, you know, it's finding good areas to dive is difficult. But, you know, it's probably worth, you know, checking it out. So we're going to cross behind the jetty. Let me give you one more look up to the north end of the beach. Now this area in an hour or two will be filling up with people and vendors and activities. I know they bring the banana boat down here. They bring the jet skis. They bring the parasailers, and like I said, and the surfboards and the surf instructors, and they'll teach you how to surf. We're walking across the walkway to the jetty, and when we get to this other side, we'll be at another resort. There's a good shot of Isla Pajaros. Now we're on the south side of the jetty, and this side of the beach is a little more limited, at least from my perspective. It's still, you know, nice, but there are a lot of rocks. So for me, it's not a I don't walk on this side very much. I do when I'm leaving sometimes, because this will bring me out right by La Katrina. But what we're looking at right now is a resort called Luna Palace. This is Luna Palace Resort. And of course here, you're gonna get the same stuff. You're gonna have palapas, you got a pool, you got a restaurant by the pool. I checked with them also this summer to see if they do day passes. I don't think I got a response. So I figure that they're probably similar to Pueblo Bonito, but we'll check with them again as we get through tourist season. And this, like I said, there's a lot more rocks on this side. The beach is kind of broken up with several different rock areas and jetty type areas. Smaller, but still nice. Now we're just passing Luna Palace. If I go up this walkway, you can see, you may not be able to see it, but directly through this walkway is, and on the other side of Punto de Sabalo is La Katrina restaurant and sports bar. So we're going to walk down here to the next jetty area. Notice I'm doing this walk at low tide, and I suggest any of you that want to come down and take a walk on any of the beaches, check the tide charts for Mazatlan and try to go at low tide or as close to low tide as you can, because it will be a much nicer walk. At high tide, it's a tough walk because you get a very limited area to walk in if you want to stay dry, and it's very soft sand, so it will be a tough walk. But let's look back at the other jetty coming from off in the distance there. Punto de Sabalo, Pueblo Bonita, Luna Palace, and we'll be coming up to another access to the beach very soon, and we'll probably end this walk at that point. Bird Island. Isla de Venados, or Deer Island. There is a third island called Isla de Lobos, or Wolf Island. It is the third in the chain. It's the southernmost. It's one that is pretty much just rocky cliffs, no beach to speak of. So it's one of those. Wolf Island is one that you need to take a small boat and don't plan on doing a whole lot of walking around the island. But I'm going to, you can walk, you can continue the walk down a little bit, As you can see in the distance, there's some more resorts down here. Star Palace, Pacific Palace, and this beach goes on down to through the Golden Zone. And then the beach, when you get down, what's really strange, so be careful about it, it can be confusing. Playa Sabalo is actually the beach that's in the Golden Zone. So you see off in the distance is the Golden Zone, where those towers are down there. And in the Golden Zone, it's Playa Sabalo. So let's take one more pan around as we're here. Deer Island, moving around to Bird Island or Isla de Pájaros, back over to the jetty, looking back towards Luna Palace, and then on beyond that, you'll see in the background there, Punto de Sabalo. So that's it for this first beach walk. We'll do 5 or 6 more of these in different beach areas and bring that to you as we go.